Hi, this is immigration attorney Raluca, and this is the fourth video in my series on family-based immigration. Today I want to talk about how not to lose your permanent legal residence status. My previous videos can be viewed on my Facebook page and YouTube channel. Video 1 addressed what family-based immigration is. Video 2 talked about who can sponsor family and any conditions they must meet to do so. And video 3 discusses the difference between a visa and a green card and restrictions or conditions placed on them. I often hear people suggesting that having a green card means they can never be removed from the United States. This is untrue. While a green card does grant permanent resident status, having one does not mean you can't be removed from the United States just because you have one. Briefly, you can obtain a green card through family-based immigration, as we have been discussing during this video series, through work sponsorship, or through a green card lottery program. Now that we know how you can get a green card, let me answer how permanent a green card is. Permanent is not always permanent when it comes to immigration. Those who obtain a green card by a marriage that is less than 2 years old obtain a green card that is only good for 2 years. Once those 2 years pass, you must apply to remove the conditions on your green card. You may be granted lawful permanent resident status, meaning you can stay in the United States indefinitely. But your green card is only good for 10 years. This status remains until you apply for and complete the naturalization process, become a U.S. citizen, or lose or abandon your status. U.S. citizens cannot be deported unless they used fraud to obtain their green card or citizenship. There are several ways that you can lose your status as a lawful permanent resident. If you received your lawful permanent resident with conditions, USCIS can terminate your conditional status in the event of fraud. This finding can be reviewed before an immigration judge. However, if an immigration judge issues a final order of removal against you, you will lose your permanent resident status. Abandonment is another way you can lose your status. What does it mean that you abandon your permanent resident status? You may be found that you have abandoned your status if you intend to live in another country permanently and move there. When you are in the United States, you don't live in your own home. You remain outside of the United States for an extended period of time. And you can show this is a temporary absence by explaining the reason of your trip, have a purpose for leaving, not just because you felt like it, how long you intended to be absent from the United States, any other circumstances of your absence, and any events that may have prolonged your absence. Keep in mind that obtaining a re-entry permit from USCIS before you leave, or a returning resident visa from a U.S. consulate while abroad, may help to show that you intended a temporary absence only. Another reason can be you failed to file income tax returns while living outside of the United States for any period, or you declare yourself a non-immigrant on your U.S. tax returns. Homeland Security is required to notify the IRS and other governmental agencies when you are considered to have abandoned your permanent resident status. What are some things that you can do to protect your status? Have a job in the United States. Keep your permanent home in the United States and live in it. Don't let your green card expire. Have a bank account, U.S. driver's license, and credit cards here. Have your dependents attend school here. If you're going to be gone for more than 6 months, obtain a re-entry permit. Don't use or sell drugs. Don't commit a crime, especially a violent felony or one involving moral turpitude. This is not a complete list of what you may make to lose your status. If you're experiencing any issues with your conditional status being terminated or abandonment of your permanent resident status, please contact our office before it is too late. We are here to help. Thank you. See you next time.